This all seems relatively straightforward to me. Basically, you got several different left clicks here. I'm going to hit the next button, and there's a wall polyline. That's in the manual, wall polyline. It's a polyline that defines walls in the z-axis. Okay, let's see what kind of wall that is. Okay, that's just a wall that you drew. It's not an attic wall. I assume all of these are walls that you drew. Now, this is an attic wall. You can tell automatically generated walls from other walls because they have these 3 check marks as part of their makeup. Let's click on this one, hit the next button. See what this one says. And that's one that you drew. Let's go up to the second floor. I'm going to hit Control Tab and go back to Plan. Okay, there's the attic walls that I would expect to be up here in the attic level. Yeah. It's just, software's just yapping at me, telling me that I'm selecting a automatically generated wall. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. So there's apparently some walls occupying the same z-axis space. And what I was suggesting is just see what the name of this material is. Aluminum brown siding. Okay. Just open the wall polyline or wall dialog specification dialog box for this wall. Go to the Materials tab, and then find that dark aluminum color. There it is. I think that's what it is. I don't know why that wouldn't work. And you can see there's a little bit of an overlap here. Let's click on this one, open it up. I'm going to do the same thing. Plan material. See what happens. Okay. So we've got a little bit of an overlap here because this is a wall that you drew and this is a wall that that's automatically generated. They're not linking together and covering up the corner trim a little bit, anomalously. So I'm going to open this up and tell this wall on the General tab to not be an attic wall. Because I assume eventually you want to make it some sort of space up there. Okay, so let's see if we can straighten out that connection a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make these walls invisible up here. I think they're kind of extra baggage. Let's see what that does. Okay, well, it created some additional problems. I just wanted to see what that would do. This front wall is the one that's being a problem. You hit the tab key on this lower wall. Yeah, there it is. We might be able to just extend this one up, extend its polyline up. It looks like to me this is just, that seems to be working a little bit better. Except for this corner is still kind of goofy looking. Now this one here, I'm gonna make this rear wall in the back visible again, because it wasn't causing a problem. I just wanted to see what was what about it. Yeah, okay. Now that's an attic wall, and of course it's separate from the one below. This one. So you have to do each one. And like I said in one of my other posts, you could just, let's look at this wall type wise. If you want this to be your default material for this plan, then that's what I'd set it to for this wall type. We'll just open that wall type, go to Define, and see it's got this green junk on it as default. Go over here to Plan Material and set the default material to that, and then of course that should pretty much solve the whole thing. But that's now the default material for the entire wall type, so you're not having any problems. A further thing to do is over under Edit, Default Settings, Materials. Excuse me. Materials, Edit, and then Walls Exterior. See, it's got that green junk there. I knew it would. And we'll go to Plan Material and set exterior walls. It's just a further way to set things up the way you want them to turn out, and then you wouldn't have bumped into this in the first place. But not knowing all these things is kind of why the video needed to be made. Okay, now I've still got this crappy corner here. And that's because of the way that you modeled it. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with the way you modeled it. It just makes it a little bit more difficult to come out, because this wall is collinear with that wall. Just want to see if I can, anything we can do to, see right there, that's what I'm talking about, right there. We hit that, hit the tab key. I don't see anything way to fix that there. Just going to pull that back a little bit, let it snap back. I might be able to make this thicker and cover that up. Let's see that. Thicknesses, we'll set that to 1 inch instead of 3/4. That's still not thick enough. After a point, you can begin to tell that it's too thick. I'll set it to 1.5 inches. Okay, that kind of sort of handled it. I just didn't like the way those corner trims are looking. I'm going to do the same thing on this end. I don't know why that's a mismatch. It just is. The software does great 99.9% of the time, and sometimes it falls on its face, and this is one of those instances. We'll take this and make this piece 1.5 inches thick. And, you know, from a distance, nobody's going to tell. Okay. I think I've improved that, and I've illustrated my point. And hopefully this will be useful to you and others. And thanks for your kind attention.